In 1997, Lobotomy Software would release the two impossible ports of Duke Nukem and Quake on the Sega Saturn using their Slave Driver engine. The engine had previously been used for their Sega Saturn FPS game Exhumed, also known as Power Slave. Both Duke Nukem and Quake were universally praised for pushing the Sega Saturn to the limit and delivering high-end PC games to the system. The high-quality Sega Saturn versions of Duke Nukem and Quake were especially surprising at the time after the Sega Saturn had received a poor port of Doom. Despite both games offering fantastic one-player campaigns, neither game offered split-screen two-player, while N64 owners were getting four-player split-screen first-person shooter games such as GoldenEye. In fact, the Sega Saturn got no split-screen first-person shooter games. Duke Nukem did have Netlink support for multiplayer, but this was only in the US and not many gamers had it at the time. By 1998, support from third-party developers had begun to dwindle to practically nothing, and even Sega themselves were moving on. It looked like we would never find out if the Sega Saturn could be pushed further for an FPS game or deliver split-screen multiplayer. In 2017, Sega Saturn homebrew developer XL2 began to showcase what a homebrew FPS game could look like on the Sega Saturn. This was not his first project, as he had wowed the Sega Saturn community with his stunning Sonic Xtreme homebrew. XL2 was upgrading his Xtreme engine and added in the ability to create advanced techniques for lighting and draw distance, with fading similar to Sonic R, as opposed to the famous 32-bit pop-up of the era. XL2's other game, Sonic Xtreme, had a fantastic two-player split screen, and XL2 started to demonstrate the potential for a two-player split screen in an FPS game for the Sega Saturn. The game was at an early stage, but already the potential was clear to see, and over the next few years the game would progress at an incredible rate in both one-player and multiplayer. In December 2020, as part of the Sega Xtreme Homebrew Development Competition, XL2 released a new demo of his FPS game, now going by the name Hellslave. The game looks worlds apart from the first ever footage shown by XL2, with the one player now demonstrating massive levels, fantastic draw distance, a solid frame rate and advanced lighting. So let's take a look at some gameplay from real Sega Saturn hardware. For the Sage 2021 game competition, XL2 has released a new demo of the multiplayer deathmatch for Hellslave. Not only is the game two-player split screen, but amazingly it can even be played in four-player split screen. There are 5 maps to play, and each map can be played with up to 8 players using computer bots. XL2 has worked wonders with the Sega Saturn hardware and managed to push it to places never thought possible. In my opinion, this is already the best multiplayer game on the Sega Saturn, and it has the potential to be one of the best one-player games also. A big thank you to XL2 for the amazing work he's done on the game. Go over and give XL2 a subscribe on YouTube. I will also leave a link in the description to the Sage downloads page. So let's see some gameplay of the 5 maps. You've been watching Retro Dad and Modern Lad, the YouTube channel and soon to be website. If you've liked this video, give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We've got loads of videos mainly on Sega Saturn with a hint of Dreamcast. Also go and subscribe to XL2 on YouTube. Visit the Sage page for developer notes and download link in the description. And also visit the thread on Sega Xtreme. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.